Hello, this is Michael Permalt with the Top Cut. This is the top 16. We have Jordan Pryor on our left, and on our right we have Kyle Sabelhaus. Jordan's playing Typhlosion Reshiram, and Kyle's playing Yanmega Magnezone. Now, this was started to be recorded a little late. Started recording a little after the game started, but Kyle did go first, and he did magnetic switch, and well, Jordan responded with Collector for 3 Centiquil, and here we go. So it's Jordan's turn right now. He plays the Fire, and what he's really trying to do here is get a fast blue flare out. He wants to get those Typhlosions, and he just really wants to start doing a lot of damage. Kyle, on the other hand, he's going to want to get the fast catchers and Yanmega hits with a Magnezone on the bench to really accelerate his consistency. So he's getting the Magnezone here, and that's going to be huge because now he's all he has to do, if he gets Magnezone next turn, then he's going to be in really good shape unless Jordan just has the nuts with a catcher blue flare, and that could happen. But we have a communication down. Getting the Typhlosion, well, he just needs a Fire in the discard. He got 3 Centiquils with the Collector, which is weird because normally you would get 2 Centiquils and a full picks, but I don't know whether his list has Ninetales to begin with, or if it's just or if it's just no Ninetales. If it's no Ninetales, then he's going to have a really tough time getting energy into the discard. But if it has Ninetales, then man, he's just unfortunate that they're prized. So yeah, we have a second energy down, and if he had that third energy, he could have turned 2 blue flared, and he would have been in great shape. However, he's just forced to outrage, and yeah, now it's back to Kyle. Kyle sees no energy in the discard, and Kyle just knows he's in great shape. He has a Junk Arm, which means that as long as he has another Pokemon in his hand, he's going to be able to get that Magnezone out and just really start pulling ahead. I actually dislike discarding Lightnings like that, because unless you're running whatever card that gets energy and Pokemon back from the discard that's a supporter, that's escaping me right now. You're never gonna see those energy again with that deck. So maybe it almost would have been better to discard maybe just 1 Lightning and a useful trainer. Hard to say. He does get 6 cards though, and a turn 3 Magnezone, which is really good. If he can, there's the Yanmega. So now what he's going to do is he's going to want to probably Sonic Boom the Typhlosion. The reason being is there's no the camera fell, but that's okay. Pitcher will be back soon. But yeah, the reason he's gonna want to Sonic Boom the Typhlosion is because he sees that there's no Fire in the discard. So unless Jordan is holding a Fire and 2 Fires and a Juniper, or something along those lines to just retreat, he's going to be in big trouble. He's not going to be able to get that Typhlosion out of the X spot, and so he's going to be in great shape. Kyle's going to be in great shape. Gets the Yanmega. Ooh, even gets a 3rd energy. That's very good for him. Gets the Copycat to go back down to 4, and yeah, we're just going to see a Sonic Boom. So what Jordan's really going to need here, he's going to need a switch. If he can get that switch and get the 3rd Fire for Blue Flare, he's still going to be in really good shape. It's going to make Kyle need to burn another catcher to knock out that Typhlosion. So he just really needs switch here, which is a card a lot of people haven't been running recently, or didn't run at first, but now they're starting to run in Typhlosion, which just shows us that how valuable those energy drops are for Typhlosion. 3 energy is just so much in the early game that you just can't afford to afterburner onto anything that isn't useful. So we have a communication, which is gonna get him. Hopefully, that we have a Quilava, and hopefully we see a draw supporter. Because if not, then Kyle is just going to be in dominating position. If this Typhlosion goes down, it's going to be so hard for Jordan to come back here. Those Typhlosions are without Super Rod being legal, there's no real way to get Typhlosion back into the active spot or back into the deck. And so yeah, we have a catcher for Horsey. So you only have 4 Typhlosions, and your critical menace is 3. And when one of them's gone, when one of them's gone this early, it's just terrible position. So we just see a pass. This is going to be a pretty simple turn for Kyle. He's just going to want to get his hand down the 2, retreat, and then just Sonic Boom again. Not too difficult. And, once he does that, Jordan's going to be in. This is not looking good for Jordan. So we get a Yanma. He looked like he was thinking about a Magnemite. We got 2 Yanmas. And he's mulling over his options. Oh, just 2 Yanmas. Now, this is a good play because he really knows this matchup. You can tell he knows this matchup. The early game really depends on your Yanmegas, how much damage you can put out, how many prizes you can get ahead with those free attacks, so Magnezone can come in later and finish the game. It's a little unfortunate he's having to spend all this energy to retreat and junk arm. He's already down 4 energy, so typical Yanmega Magnezones probably only play around 11 to 13 energy. So he's already down a third of his energy, and he's only taken 1 prize. So if this game cannot go into the late game for Kyle. He's really looking to end it here, or else it's going to be really difficult if it gets to the late game. So I actually dislike this promote by Jordan. If he has a third fire, he should have just sent up the Reshiram and blue flared. And since he didn't, now he plays a switch, which is also suspect. Because if he had the switch last turn, he should have just switched for the Reshiram and outraged. I mean, you can't Sonic Boom into that or anything, and then you can still draw the fire. So I guess he just drew it, in which case, you really should have sent up the Reshiram anyways, just so you can blue flare. That way you can, you get a prize. That prize could possibly be the card that gets you out of this situation. But we just have another. But yeah, back to Kyle's turn. We have another Magnet draw. He has a Magneton on the board, and he's looking pretty unbeatable. If he can get another Yanmega out, things he needs to do this turn. If you can take out the Reshiram, then you're going to be in really great shape. So probably a third energy somewhere, and then Lost Burn is probably going to be your best bet, because looking at that board, and he hasn't played any supporter recently, you can tell that his hand's pretty bad. So by knocking out the only thing that can really attack you, you're just going to be so secure for a good period of time. And yep, that's what we're going to see. Lost Burn for 150, and Reshiram's gone. Now, he's in a really bad shape here. He's sending up the Cyndaquil just in case he draws something. He really needs to eke here or get Collector or something. His hand is just not doing him any service. So, we just got to pass. So we have triple Magnezone from Kyle. This is a little risky because they can get captured up, they can start getting afterburnered, or not flare destroyed, and then you're going to lose your energies. It's a little risky, but we'll see. Yeah, and he's discarding those judges. You're really not going to play judge when your opponent is at 2 cards and hasn't played a single supporter outside that opening collector. If Jordan's hand was that bad, he probably, rather, if it was just the collector and Sharon, looking back, he probably should have grabbed 2 Cyndaquils and a Cleffa, just in case. You don't have to go all out on Sharon and just hope the next 3 cards are going to be good, because if they're not, then you're just dead. And this is kind of what's happening here. So Kyle's looking for that switch. If he can get that switch for Yanmega and then get some more energies on the field, he's going to be in great shape. If he can knock out that Tentacle, it's pretty much game. But yeah. So we have another Yanmega coming down. And I believe I saw a catcher in Kyle's hand, but obviously not to play it. That's fine. The reason he's copycatting here is he's looking for a switch. So those 3 cards weren't switch. So these 2 cards may be switch, and he still has another magnetic draw to get another switch, maybe. So we have a catcher coming down. That's good, because that's going to prevent him from drawing into Cleffa and then retreating right away for a new hand. He's really going to need to have the energy and Afterburner, and then have Cleffa with a 2-card hand. Unlikely. I kind of dislike this attachment. I don't dislike it, but it's good for right now. But if his opponent somehow could get another Typhlosion out, then that's going to be almost half your energy just gone. Over half your energy just gone. But it looks like he's pretty safe. Let's see. He really needs that switch, though. There's another catcher. And, yep, for the Magnezone. Okay, he's just trying to buy time. But, this is really Kyle's game to lose. He's in great shape. He has literally everything. Oh, there's the switch off the top. And here comes Yanmega. There's going to be another Space Splash onto Cyndaquil, and it's just going to be a knockout. The game's pretty much done. Jordan really doesn't have that much of a chance to pull back. Not when it's 3-5 and he's staring down that board. And it's just only going to get worse with more energy on Kyle's board. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting for Jordan to throw in the towel here. Maybe after the Cyndaquil gets knocked out and he sees the next card. He could still Afterburner here and then Flare Destroy, but then just third energy. Yep. And there's the scoop. So Kyle goes 1-0, and yeah, that's kind of a typical game for Yanmega Magnezone, or rather the game they want to see. It's all about that early aggression and keeping Typhlosion on their toes. So, yep. And that'll do it for game 1 of the top 16 between Jordan Parrish and Kyle Sabelhaus.